Hey everybody, I look a mess. Let's try this one more time. Periscope is acting up and the phone that I was using won't get, I guess it's not working with the tripod thing. So you guys are going to have to bear with me. It might be a little twisted because I have to put it on, now I have to prop it up. So, hello everybody. It's still frozen? Is everybody okay? Can everybody see? 1, 2, 3, 4 yeses. Can everybody else see? No? Fancy berries? What can't you? Are you having issues? Oh yes, you can. Freezing every so often. It's still freezing now? No, so I'm not moving. Is that it? Do you mean it? I mean, hold on. I don't want to keep moving it around because the, I don't want to mess up the way that it's propped up. So I'm moving. Is it still frozen? I'm here. I'm way over here on the table. Okay, good. So we're going to go ahead and start. What I would recommend is to just go ahead. I'm going to do it step by step. And every step I'll ask if you guys have questions because I won't be looking. How is 12 people in here? Hold on 1 minute. I don't know. Okay. So first we're going to start with, so I was saying what we're going to do is, because I know you guys would like to catch the replay, but to be fair to the online class, because, after the online class is over, that's just it. They don't get to go home and, watch a replay. So if it doesn't take the full 4 hours, I will leave it up until that time does expire. So after each step, I'll ask if you guys have any questions. So that way, I know everybody is on the same accord. Yes, 4 hours. To make sure that everybody is, have the information. So I'll ask after each step if anybody have questions, because as I'm working, I won't be able to view you guys comment. Everybody cool with that? And also, does everybody have their supplies? Is it still frozen? Oh, let me turn down the volume on this phone. Okay, great. So we're going to start with the My Little Pony apple. You're going to take, I'm making a pink apple, so I'm going to do pink fondant to mold. Sometimes you can use marshmallows. Sometimes you can use modeling chocolate. Whatever you're able to mold a shape with, you can use that to kind of give your apple a foundation, a face foundation. And this is with any character. Sometimes I've already done it, but I'm going to show you guys how I got the shape. So these are the ears that's going to go here. So I'm taking a small, does everyone is everyone ready? Have the sticks and ready to go ahead and start? I'll give you guys a few minutes if not. Okay, so I'm going to take a small piece like this. Needing my fondant. Okay, I'll wait. I guess I should stop asking questions so it won't. No, so you guys won't have to stop doing what you're doing. Know what? Okay, So you're gonna start with about this, with this small of. I'm not a cake decorator, so fondant. If you have any questions about fondant, I recommend that you get it to match, because if you were to do pink ears and a white apple, it will show. So as close to the color as possible. But I mean, if you have a different color chocolate, go ahead and use it just for this, for the tutorial purposes. And Honey Buns, are you getting booted out? Is everything okay? It keeps freezing on your. Is anybody else? Everybody else is okay? And is it clear? Is it showing choppy or before I start? It's clear. So before I go ahead and start, is everybody okay? Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so you're going to start with about this much for the ears. What? Just a pinch. I just pinched a little bit off. Put it in the palm of your hand and smash it a little bit just so that it's not so bulky. And then you're going to shape it into like a triangle. And you don't want it to be too big and you don't want it to be too small. These are going to be the My Little Pony ears. And you would do the same thing if you were using marshmallows. It would be easier for me to show you guys with fondant. So that's why I'm working with fondant. So this is what you're going for. And you're going to do 2 of these. Miss Billionaires, are you okay? Okay. Okay, good. So everybody have their ears ready? Not able to see. I'm sorry, guys. Someone from the I'm missing the class, and I really wanted to be able to try. If I did not get added, I'll receive a refund. 1 minute. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I thought this was somebody in the class, but this is somebody else. Let me put this phone to the side. Okay, sorry. So everyone is ready to go with the ears, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue. So you're going to take another small piece of fondant to form the mouth. Now remember, the apples are small, so you don't want to do it too big. This is the shape that we're going for. It's kind of like a boomerang shape. It's kind of pointed here, and then, you know, with this thingy. So I'll show you, and it's going to go here. Try and do it so everyone can see. So you're going to take a small amount, maybe about this much, roll it into a ball. Can you repeat how you shaped? Oh, I'm doing it. I'm going to do it now. Okay, so you're going to roll into a ball. Can you see, Jamil? And then you're going to kind of, on each side, However, like I said, I'm not a cake decorator, so I really, you can't see the shape. Can you see now? I'm not sure why it's freezing up. Okay, so this is the shape that you're going for. I guess it's like, it looks, I say boomerang. It looks like a boomerang to me. And I just smooth it on each side. I'm sorry, I had a tripod, but I had it set up another way, but it keeps booting me out on that phone. So I'm having to use another phone. So can everybody see? Is this what this shape is? You're forming a nose, the My Little Pony nose. You don't want it to be too pointed, and you don't want it to be too round. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay. So you're going to take a small piece of fondant, roll it into a ball. Very small. And then take each side and then you're just going to smooth the sides out and leave that little hump in the middle. Is everyone good with the nose?
All right, Doris Burke, thank you for that insight. Have a great day tonight, Doris. After tonight's baseball matchup between Texas and
okay, good.
Baylor, you can stick around for
Why? Why what?
We're going to have all the highlights from the hardwood, college, and NBA, plus more news and analysis of Super Bowl 50. That's SportsCenter at night.
Oh, is that yes?
Streaming live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app.
Yes is why. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we have the nose and we have the ears. Now what I'm going to do is melt the chocolate in 30-second intervals until it's completely melted. So at this time, you guys can go ahead and melt the color chocolate that you're going to use for your My Little Ponies.
Ernesto Jerez joins me now from the Dominican Republic. Ernesto, opening ceremonies today. We already have one game in the books. Give me a sense of the excitement level down there and also what we can expect this week.
Well, that's the opening. You said in Venezuela, team, Puerto Rico 2-1. A great pitching mound performance from former Major League pitcher Freddie Garcia, who won the World Series with the White Sox in 2005. The ceremonies basically have started since yesterday. This stadium was renamed after the first Dominican superstar Juan Marichal.
Okay. Everybody have the chocolate melted? If not, I can wait a few more minutes. I'm sorry, a minute or two. Waiting on mine? Okay. And this is the consistency that you want your chocolate. I had everything set up, guys. Please excuse me. You always want this consistency when you're working with chocolate. This is guitar. I do use Merkins. The brown that I'm using for the baby apples is Merkins. I use Wilton's. I use pretty much everything. If it doesn't melt properly to this consistency, you can always use coconut oil or Paramount crystals to thin out your chocolate. It just takes too much thinning when you use Wilton's. Even though it's cheaper, you still spend about the same amount when you're spending on things to get it to melt smoothly. So I just go ahead and purchase the better brand of chocolate. Is everybody ready? I'm trying to be in the camera, but I'm so far away. Okay, so everybody's good? Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and dip. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Still stirring. Okay. So while you guys are stirring, if your chocolate is not completely melted, go ahead and do this step because it's going to have to dry. So you're going to take your ears, dip just a little bit into your chocolate, just at the tip, and then you're going to position the ears on your apple. You're going to position the ears on your apple. So again, dip it into the chocolate and then position it on your apple. And push it down to where you don't see any gaps between the fondant and the apple. And then you're going to also do the same thing with the mouth. The only thing with the mouth, you're not going to dip it straight in. With the same spoon or spatula that you're using, you're going to take just a little bit, just a little bit, because you don't want the chocolate seeping. And you're going to just put it on the apple. I'm sorry, put it on the fondant. And then you're going to position where you need the nose to be. And make sure to smooth. It's best to do this, I forgot, guys, it's best to do this when the chocolate is not so runny. And I do apologize. Because now unless you're going to wait for it to set, when you try and mold it, if you try and mold it right now, it's going to slide. Probably could sell an apple just like this. So make sure the ends are smooth on the apple. This part.
When you have a digital notebook to capture investing ideas that instantly gives you stock prices, earnings.
You guys can take screenshots too if you need to, like of the process, or we'll have a question and answer after, just to make sure that everybody is on the same page. But we're going to go ahead and move to the next step. So this should be, we're going to give this a little time to dry. So anybody have any questions on what we just did so far? Barbara, are you getting kicked out?
Unfortunately, your other alarm went off every 2 hours throughout the night. You're going to be alarmingly tired at work today. Listen, the truth is,
I'm sorry.
you'll never get this.
Is anyone else getting kicked out, or
5-hour energy shot. It'll help you be bright.
do you guys have your Wi-Fi on?
Now is the time for 5-hour energy.
Yes. No, not in the middle. I say about an inch from the bottom of the apple. You don't want it too far down, but you don't want it like right here in the middle. Like it's almost like if you sit it down, it's to the bottom. If that makes sense. Is everybody ears dry? Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip the My Little Pony apple. So when I'm dipping, okay. When I'm dipping, I'm gonna sit it straight down. So straight down in the bowl. Turn it to the side and shake it to get it around the stick. I don't want to just go like this because then you'll get chocolate on this part of your stick, and you want to try and keep your sticks as clean as possible. So dip it straight down and turn, and then shake it to get the chocolate to the top.
Get that amazing shot of the bridge. I just looked at Teddy Bruschi and said, what is that? Well, this, I can tell you, is the team bus outside the Broncos team hotel in Santa Clara. Where the bus gets
And then I'll show you guys, like, if your chocolate does this,
Super Bowl opening night.
you're gonna shake it.
They are covered at 8 o'clock.
I'm glad this happened. You're gonna shake it, and then you see you'll still have a few spots. So what you're gonna do is put it down on your parchment paper. You're not gonna pick it up and down. You're just gonna
We'll check back in with him in a moment as well. So let's talk about the Broncos secondary. Picked up 14 passes.
and that's how you get rid of those
Breaks down
ridges. So you're gonna sit that to the side to dry. Kind of messed up my paper doing this. But you're gonna sit that to the side to dry. Everybody good?
you named your secondary to no fly.
Okay. So while this is drying, we're gonna go ahead and start on the baby apple. I need more space in there.
Break it down. What does that mean?
How should you dip again? So you're gonna put it into the chocolate. I don't have two. Wait, let me get another. Wait. Put it into the bowl of chocolate. Turn it to the side. You don't want to just dip in the bowl like, you know, straight down. You can put it in, you can turn it, as long as it's not getting up here on the stick, because if you put it this far, this part of the stick is going to get into the chocolate. So you're going to put it straight down into the bowl, turn it to the side, and then you're going to shake it while it's in the chocolate to get it up to the stick. And then you can shake and turn, or, you know, take it out and re-dip to turn so that your stick is not getting messy. Okay. Can I get 11 yeses to move to the chocolate apple? Or is everybody still on the My Little Pony? Okay. That's 4. After I've gotten a yes from everybody, I'll move to the next step. One minute. And guys, we're not waiting for this to dry. We're waiting. I'm just making sure everybody. We're gonna go ahead and dip the chocolate so that they're both drying. So this is what I'm actually waiting on the yes for, to go ahead and dip the chocolate. So while we're dipping the chocolate, we're still waiting on that to dry. Still no? Okay, yeah. Yeah, you got so everybody that's ready to move to the next step can go ahead and warm up the chocolate. Okay, and Jamil, what are we waiting? What step are you on? And I wanted to do this through Skype so that I could actually see what you guys were doing. Oh, no, we haven't gotten to that point yet. But, yeah, you can go ahead. So, what I was waiting for was a yes from everybody on the My Little Pony. Has everyone gotten to this point yet? Gotten to that point yet? So, you should have put your ears came off. Okay, so did you can you please show how you got the ridges out? I don't have another one to dip, but when you dip it in the chocolate, if you get ridges, you're just going to shake it. You'll see most of them will come out. If all of them don't come out, you're going to sit it on parchment paper. You're not going to pick up and down. You're just going to, you don't want to go too high up. You're just going to do this really hard on the table, and then it'll come out. Okay, so everyone go ahead and melt your chocolate for the baby, whatever color you're using. So tap it, yes. Oh, I'm sorry, I was melting the chocolate. These are at the top. I didn't sometimes I do put it in the bottom. If the apples doesn't sit up straight, I will put it in the bottom. Mom. I'm not sure why it's booting you out. Is anybody else having that problem? If your apple doesn't sit up straight, I turn it over. So let me see. Sometimes you'll get an apple. Oh, I'm not sure why it's kicking you out. Periscope was giving me an issue in the beginning when I first started. But sometimes when the apple doesn't sit up straight this way, this one is sitting up straight. But I'll just turn it this way, and they almost always sit up that way. But these apples are in straight. That was the question that Jamise had. So I've already melted the chocolate. Again, you want runny consistency. And this one you're going to do the same way. You're going to go ahead and dip this with nothing, just like it is. With this one, you don't have to worry about that top part being dipped because you're going to add hair. And then you're going to sit that to the side to dry. Has everybody dipped their chocolate apple? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to sit this to the side. Again, and to prevent those bottoms, come in. I was on the wrong time. It's not 6 here. Oh, yeah, I was saying Eastern Standard Time. But to prevent the puddling, after it's set for like a minute, you can lift it up and move it to another location to dry, and that way you won't have that puddle at the bottom. So okay, so while we're waiting for the apples to dry, with the same whatever color fondant you're going to use for the bow and the bow and the pacifier, go ahead and get that chocolate now. I'm sorry, that fondant. And then you're just going to roll it out. Not too thin, but not too thick. And I need to change this parchment paper. 1 minute. That fell. Get the fondant that you're going to use for the bow and for the pacifier. And you're going to roll it not too thin and not too thick, because you want it to be able to sit up on her head if you like to put it in the front. So this is the thickness. Again, I don't make cakes. I don't really know about measuring fondant, but this is the thickness. And then you're going to use your bow cutter. I have use chocolate. I always use chocolate for the bow, but it was going to take another step, but this is quicker with the tutorial. So I always use chocolate for the bow, but for the pacifier I always use fondant. Sometimes I'll use chocolate, but it just doesn't, when you use chocolate, it doesn't form to the apple to actually, it doesn't, you can't mold it or bend it. So that's the only thing, but I use both. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the bow. Gonna cut the bow shape. And this is the bow. And then I'm gonna sit that to the side. I wonder why you guys are getting booted out. But the numbers don't change at the bottom. I'm not sure. Okay, so that's the bow mold. And then you guys are going to need a heart-shaped cutter. And you're going to cut you can use different colors or mix and match. We're using pink today. All pink, keeping it simple. And to make sure that you guys have the right size, before you start, you just want to position the pacifier on, the heart shape, the mold on your apple to make sure it's not too big. So that's the way that you can tell, because these apples, they come in different sizes. Mine are much bigger than this. I actually had to go and purchase this one because the apples that I use are huge, but I just bought these for the purpose of the tutorial. Okay, so we have the bow, we have the heart, and on your heart, you're going to cut out that pointed piece. You don't want that pointed piece. You want it to be rounded at that on the bottom. So I'm going to cut that off. Just to kind of get it to resemble a pacifier as much as possible. And then with the same fondant, you're gonna take a circle, well, I forgot what this tip is called, but I don't even know what number it is, but just a small circle. And again, if anybody have any questions, like I said, I'll make the replay available for the if this take less than 4 hours, and which it should, I'll leave it up for the entire, for the whatever remaining time it is to equal the 4 hours. So you're gonna take your circle, and with the same cutter, oh, I'm sorry, I just used this to kind of just round off. Let me do it again. So I just cut the heart out. And then you want to get rid of that pointed tip. So with my pizza cutter, I just I'm not sure how to, because this phone is not on the stand, but I just with the cutter just took that part off and just smooth the ends. Okay, cool. Okay, so with the circle that you've cut out, you're gonna take the same thing that you used to cut the circle, and we're gonna make the pacifier. We're gonna make the pacifier loop. I've already done this one. You're gonna make this loop thingy right here on the pacifier, and by doing that, you're just gonna take this cutter and go as far down like this, and just push that part out. So I'm gonna do that. A minute. I cut out another piece of the circle so that it gives you like a half moon or a smiley face. Oh God, I wish this thing would have worked with the tripod. Can everybody see that shape that you cut out with the circle? Okay. So, and then with the piece that you cut out, yep, okay, cool. You're just going to take a small ball and roll it and then flatten it a little. And this is going to go in the middle of your heart. You can add edible glue or water. Okay, I'll wait. You have the circle? Okay, perfect. So with just a dab of water, you're gonna add that little circle that you balled up and flattened. You're gonna put that in the middle of your heart. And then the little moon-shaped piece that you cut out with the circle, you're going to kind of form this so that it wraps around. I mean, you want to have it, like the pacifier holder. And just kind of wrap the tips around the circle. And it should be like this. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get it? Okay, so you have the bow, and then you have your pacifiers made. Is everybody ready to move to the next step? 11 yeses, 11 whys. That was only 4, so that means that everybody else. Okay, 5. So are the other 6 people still working on something, or is it okay to move to the next?
While the evil Whiplash was out hunting vampires, our hero was at home, hiding behind a cardboard mounting cutout. After all, even to a real mounting, vampires can be awfully scary.
Okay. So I'll give it another minute or two. What are you guys working on? Oh, just go ahead. Watch replay. Go ahead. Okay. So everybody else, I mean, I kind of want you guys to follow along, and then we'll have question and answer afterwards. Frozen. Okay, so let me go ahead and do the tutorial so that you guys can catch the replay as many times as possible, because it seems like everyone is getting frozen. The screens are freezing, and I'm not sure why. So I'm going to go ahead and continue, and then that way so you guys will have enough time for the replay. So your My Little Pony is already dried. It's kind of finished at this point. You're going to add the hair, the eyes, and the mouth. So with the mouth, you're going to take an edible marker. I use the edible marker by Americolor. They also have... Where is it? Can't see. But they also have the edible markers at Walmart. The ones at Walmart are not as dark as the Americolor ones, so I like those better. So with the marker, you're just going to take and you're going to draw a line in the middle to give it, I guess, the separation for the lips. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, my chocolate got messed up. And it should look, my chocolate is bumpy right here. I just took the line. I couldn't do it in the thing and see. So I just took with the marker, just do a line like this, just straight across. But try and not be crooked like I did. My chocolate is dented right here. I didn't even realize it. But you just take the line and just go straight across the middle. Oops. Okay. So if you have different color fondant, that's fine. If not, one color will work just as well. You're going to take a small amount of fondant and roll it into a log. But at the end of the log, you're going to roll it thinner than the top part. And this is so that you can this is for the hair. You're going to give the My Little Pony a curl. So it should look like this. Or something similar to this. It could be neater. But again, I'm going to go ahead and try and get through this so that you guys can watch the replay. So you'll need to do about 2 or 3 of these for the hair. And then let me know. I'll give you guys 2 minutes to go ahead and form that shape. Anybody have any questions on what we've done so far? No? Okay, cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take a little bit of edible glue, which is, well, piping gel, if I can get it open. Your chocolate have pinholes? I'm not sure. Do you make sure that you have all the bubbles out before, like when you're stirring your chocolate? Try and make sure you don't have any air bubbles or pinholes, like the air bubbles or in your chocolate, because I know sometimes you will get pinholes, but that's because you have air pockets to begin with. So I use this piping gel. How you get, just kind of like pop the air bubbles before you dip. So you're going to take a little bit of the piping gel, and just kind of rub it on the back of the fondant. This is going to be 1 piece of, I need to change this paper 1 minute. This is going to be 1 piece of the pony's hair. And you're just going to take it like behind the ear and bring it to the front and kind of give it a curl. Can you use chocolate? Can you use chocolate? Yeah, you can use chocolate instead of piping gel. You can use water, you can use piping gel, you can use chocolate. You can even do this with marshmallow. So it all depends. I mean, I'm showing you guys this with what I have, but you can definitely use chocolate. The only thing I recommend if you use chocolate is to get something really small so that when you push it down, it doesn't spread. Okay? So, again, you're going to do that with every, however many pieces that you use. I'm just going to go ahead and do that with this one. Again, put it behind the ear. Bring it to the front, and with that little piece, you're just going to curl it. And add some more. Just give it like a little curl. And you can use, I wouldn't say use more than 3 pieces, depending on how fine they are. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it's pony hair. Okay. So this apple is almost done. Oh gosh. I just realized something, guys. For the eyes, I'm gonna do it both ways because I forgot to. I told you guys to fund it, but what I do when eyes are complicated and eyes make all the world of difference when you're working with characters, I feel like if the eyes are off, the whole apple is ruined. So what I do is I print my eyes. So, and then I print them 1.5 inches. But I'm going to show you guys how to do it with the fondant to go ahead and complete this this look. I completely forgot about it. I do apologize. But use edible images for your eyes so that it looks exactly like your character, because you'll see the difference with, and I've done it with fondant too. I just like it better this way. It looks more neater. It's not as bulky. So I'm just going to cut that eye out. I'm going to go ahead and cut the eyes out. But for you guys, roll out your black fondant. Your black fondant and your white fondant. So I've cut one eye out. Go to for the eyes. How do you get the eyes? I find the image that I want to use, like the pony image. Sometimes you can Google My Little Pony eyes, it'll come up. But I just Googled My Little Pony. I took one of the ones that were facing head on, like facing the camera, because a lot of them are to the side. I just took one that was looking straight at the like looking face on, and I just took that picture and cropped the eyes out, and then made it to 1.5 inch. Canon, I have a Canon. This is actually my edible printer. It's a Canon MG 5520. And My Little Pony, their eyes are positioned slanted. So I'm going to go ahead and do this so that I can show you guys how to do it, how to finish your eyes. This is the right eye. I love it too. It's a lifesaver. If you guys don't have an edible printer, I recommend it. The printers are only like, sometimes you can catch it on sale for like $49. And then just buy your edible ink. But don't ever use the printers with regular ink. But it's just a regular printer. It definitely is a great investment. So I'm going to go ahead and add the eyes. I hope this wasn't the wrong eye. Thank you. We have to find. Where did you tell us to put on the eye? Oh no, I use the same with the same. My circles is not lining up with my printer. Okay, 1 minute. I use the same piping gel. I use the icing images. So I just dipped it in piping gel, and I put it on the apple and not the paper, because I don't want the paper to rip. So, and then I just pop the eye off. 5520. But any one is good. Looks like what? And My Little Pony is done. So it was pretty easy. It seems like it took long because this may be you guys' first time doing it, but that's really it. I mean, if you want to add a little bow here, or something right there, that you can. Very easy, right? Especially once you print out the eyes. Okay, but if you don't have the eyes, so that little purple part, you won't be able to get this part. And that's fine unless you want to do three different fondant roll, I hate rolling fondant eyes because it's too time consuming and you have to be perfect. But if you had to, I'm doing over again tonight. Okay. Yeah, it's very time consuming. So let me get the black fondant. 1 minute. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay. So if you had to make eyes, you guys can roll out a piece of black fondant. I hate working with black fondant. It gets everywhere. I can't find my small roller, so I'm going to use this one. Roll it out as paper thin as you can possibly get it. I should have used some cornstarch. Okay. I mean, as super thin as you guys can possibly get it. And then what I like to do is, I always use these. I have circle cutters, but for some reason I always go back to these. Even before I put the eye on, you want to make sure you have, like, it's big enough. You see, this would be for the small black piece that's here. So you want to use a bigger cutter for this if you want to get it this size. I'm so sorry. I guess I should have. I completely forgot about this part. Can you guys see that are taking the screenshots? Oh gosh, and I can't even find it. Okay, so you'll just use these. So you'll do the biggest one to this, and you'll cut out a black piece. The size, so you'll use the biggest one for the biggest one of even bigger than this. You'll do black, white, and then a small black. How much do you sell the eyes for? It's $8 a sheet, and you can get about, let me see, you can get a pretty good amount on here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 10 sets. And what number on the tip? 10 sets of eyes, and you can get approximately, you can probably get 20 sets of eyes on here. The number tip on this one is 13, but to order the images, you just send me $10. You could, to order the eyes, just send me an email or a text message and with your email address, and then I'll send you the invoice and send it out the next day. Again, so this is a size 13 tip. So whatever the biggest size is what you want to use for the first layer. When you're doing fondant, okay, so we'll go through, we'll talk about, we'll have all the questions and answers at the end. Well, not all of them, but as far as ordering images, I'll give you guys all the information at the end. So back to the eyes. To get it like this with fondant, you'll have to do a lot of layering, and you want it to be as thin as possible. So you may have to roll it out with cornstarch. Again, I'm not a fondant expert, so I don't know how. I mean, I use cornstarch so to get it really, really, really thin. Or you can use, this rolls out pretty thin, and it doesn't rip. This is gum paste. I use this for everything. So you would roll out a big black piece, and then you would put, with about the same size, roll out that white piece, and then another black piece, and then a white piece. It's too much layering. But I'm so sorry, guys. I completely forgot about this part. Is everybody okay to move on? Do you want me to walk you through the steps of rolling out the eyes for the fondant? Yes? Okay. Okay. No? You got the black eyes on? Okay, so everybody do this. Roll out your black fondant really, really thin. Thinner than this if you can get it. Like paper thin. No, you don't want me to go over it. But I got too many yes. Okay, so we'll quickly go ahead and go through this. So you're going to roll out the black fondant as thin as possible. No? No or yes, go through the eyes. No, yes to move on. Okay, cool. Okay. So this is done. $10 more if you can, depending on if you're the only one making character apples in your area, go ahead and charge. You can charge, because it's a character apple and you rarely ever see this, you can charge $12. But to be fair, I would say at least 10 for the My Little Pony. Okay, so moving on. That's My Little Pony. We'll have questions at the end if you guys have other questions. So now we're going to get to the baby apple. So what I want you guys to do, per apple, yes, per apple. Yeah, so you can charge, I mean, you pretty much have, like, you have the upper hand, so you can charge whatever you feel is worth. I say at least 10. So go ahead and melt your black chocolate. Does everyone have the black chocolate? And when it's melted, pour it in a Ziploc bag and push it to one side. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to melt chocolate so I won't be able to see the comments. So go ahead and melt your black chocolate.
Homer did, and he was thoughtful enough to bring along a six-pack of dynamite.
Okay, so I've melted my chocolate. I need to put this back in. So just go ahead and squeeze it all to one side. So you're going to cut just a small piece of the tip. Does everybody have their chocolate melted and ready to move on? Okay, I'll give it another minute. Okay, so melt your chocolate, your black chocolate, and put it in a Ziploc bag. Push it all to one side. You're going to cut a very small piece of the tip. You should have this kind of drizzle. It shouldn't be like clumpy. It shouldn't. I'm using the Wilton Melt. Yeah, I don't like the Wilton's black. This is Merkins. This is Merkins black. You may have to get your black from a cake supply store. I absolutely hate the way Wilton's black. It looks grayish to me. So you're gonna frame your baby's face with the hair. So you're gonna do, let me see. So you're gonna do just like And I'll show you guys in 1 minute. So I'm just framing the baby face, going back and forth. I haven't done anything, so this is all I did. But I gotta hurry up so that it doesn't dry like this. So with your toothpick, the toothpick tool, you're gonna take and you're going, 1 minute. I'm trying to get it so that you guys can see. Take the toothpick and drag it to where it's making hair. Just run the toothpick through it to make hair. And do that for both sides. You kind of want to make sure you come from the back to the front so that you grab a lot of the chocolate, and you want to make the chocolate, that line of chocolate, thick to begin with. Don't worry about the back for now. Everybody good? So with the same chocolate, you're just going to just put it all over the back. It is, at this point, it doesn't have to be really neat. And then with the spatula, like with something flat, you're just gonna take and just dab, like, to give it a hair-like look in the back. Too many people don't really worry about the back, so the girls in the class yesterday wanted to make the back look like the front. It was too time consuming for me, but if you want to, you can. It takes too much time for me, and I believe in working fast, the quickest way possible. And that's what the baby's hair looks like in the back. And that's how you get the babies some waves. Okay? So, while the back is drying, your front should be dry. With the bowl that you cut out, you're going to see where you'd like to position it on your baby's head. You can put it here, you can put it, wherever you'd like. I'm going to sit it to the side. I like when they have bowls to the side. So I want it to sit up, so I'm going to have to put chocolate on the back piece just here, or piping gel. So I'm going to add a little chocolate and just position it on her head. And then I'm going to do the same thing with her pacifier. I'm going to dab chocolate just in the middle. And put it here. Kind of push it to set it. Make sure it's centered. And then with your same edible marker, take and give her some eyebrows. And I'll show you guys in a minute. And then you're going to go the opposite way to give her sleeping eyelids. And now I'm going to give her some eyelashes. And I think she has like a little bald spot in the front, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that really quick. Let me put her bow back on. And that's your baby. And this is how you also make, how did Fizz fix the ball? So I just added more, I took off this part and I just added more chocolate, like how we did the side, and just added more to that spot. If you guys ever want to make fire, this is how you would make fire too, the same way that we did the sides of her hair. So, my little baby, did you guys have any questions? Thank you guys for the hearts. Sometimes you can put like a little white chocolate in here. Guess I can make zebra. Yep. Yeah. So, a lot of times when you're doing zebra apples, you know, you just add that line. Like you can just add the lines, and then with the chocolate, and then with the toothpick, take and thin it. Take and, you know, run the toothpick through it so that it's not so much of a ball. Just we get zebra print, but okay. How much do you charge for the babies? Most of the carrot apples are 10. Babies are 9. Transfer sheet. No, these I didn't wash, but I do wash them so that the chocolate can stay on. These can go for $10 just because it's different. Like, you know, you can pretty much name your price when it's custom apples, especially when you're the only person in your area that's doing it. Oh, I got black everywhere. Just because it's not, you know, I'm not using like edible images or rolling out fondant, or yeah, I do the fondant. The fondant eyes. So with the fondant eyes, you just roll out a really thin, a big piece, a big black circle. Even on my phone, a big black circle, and then a white circle. So it's kind of layered. Or what you can do is do a big white, a black, small black, and then a smaller white. And then use a white non-peril for that piece. I completely forgot about that part to tell you guys about images. But like I said, I know you can do it with fondant. Some characters I do with fondant, like Pikachu. Show you here. I don't have the so you roll out really thin the black fondant. I've already put the eyes on here, so I don't have like an apple to show you. But you would do black, a black piece. Oh, can I show you the bow? But you would do for the eyes a thin piece of black, kind of shape it like the eye. As thin as possible. And then you would also get, can't find the cutter ball, I only have the chocolate mold. You can use the plungers. You can use the mold. Like I said, I normally always use chocolate for the hair. Just because I don't like all of that fondant on the apples to eat. Oh, here's a bigger one. Hold on, let me get a piece of white. I have black all over my hand, so excuse the white. Oh. Okay. So you would do a big black, a smaller black, and then a white. So hold on, let me assemble it. Thank you guys for the hearts. That was too big. Okay, 1 minute. So remember when I say you have to layer it. So we did. I'm trying to assemble it. So it will look something similar to this. I've layered it black, white, and then black. Let me see if I can take this off. So, and I added a little bit of the piping gel. Oh, and we forgot to add her eyelashes. So you would do black, white, black. It's not as thin as I would have liked it to be. So I did the big black with the bigger tip. The edible image is perfect, right? Yeah, that's what I said when I first started doing it. So I used these two. This one was the big black, and then I used this one for the small black and the white. And then I just kind of cut a piece of the black off. So much easier. Right. Especially for that little small eye. And then if you want, you can add like a non-peril or, hold on 1 minute. Of course, I can't find a small one, but you can use like a white non-peril for that little white piece. I'm going to use a gold one because I don't have a white one. I have one, I just can't find it. So these little small gold non-perils, they're even smaller than this. You would just stick it there to give it that other little, it would be white, of course, but so that's what you'll do. And then I forgot to give her some Diva eyelashes. Do you take classes, or how do you? I'm self-taught. Everything that I do, I learned myself. Believe it or not, when I first started, that's why I'm so big on helping people. And it's not just like, if I just help everybody, you'll have any and everybody making or trying to make candy apples, and a lot of people don't even take it seriously. Your pen, so yeah, I have a Americolor. I have the Americolor pens. But I'm big on helping others because when I started, I was asking a lot of questions and nobody wanted to help me. So I kind of felt like, I mean, it was even people in different states, even people here in my city, I help. I don't have a problem with helping, but I feel like you have to be worthy of helping. Like, I don't want to just help everybody. I know that felt like a stalker. What? Yeah, it did, asking questions that nobody would answer. Let me see if how you can see this. I don't know why it's not, but it's Americolor. You're welcome. A lot of people say I charge for everything. I feel like when you're serious about what you do, you'll pay. Otherwise, you'll just be giving information to everybody. And a lot of people just want to do it now because it's what's in. It's not something that they're passionate about, so that's why. And then some information is free. Like, of course, you may not be able to find how to do this, but you can take this and apply it to another apple. Like, everything has a base. Like Pikachu, I use the marshmallows for his ears. Like, you always have ears and a nose. That's pretty much it. The ears, the nose, and then the eyes is what makes any character. So you see, I mean, it's cute either way, but I prefer this way. Oh, thank you. Not this one because it's so hard. I mean, you could do it. Only thing is the ears would be defined, the mouth would be defined. It wouldn't be so smooth. Uh-oh. Popcorn balls. Uh-oh. I missed the question. I'm sorry. Something about popcorn balls. Can you repeat the question about the popcorn balls? The popcorn apples, Where's the candy apple? Thank you so much. Oh, it was hard candy. It was hard candy, fondant, and marshmallows. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Does anybody else have... The next class will be February 27th. I haven't decided what yet. Do any of you have any suggestions? Yeah, I'm planning on doing the class once a month, probably at the end of every month. The Tiffany apples, camouflage apple. Any other recommendation? Okay, so I will have another class on February the 27th. I'm not sure if I finish this explaining to this. If you don't want it so dark, you can add some white chocolate and it'll brighten it. I haven't done like a Caucasian baby. I know I get asked on Facebook a lot, why don't I post Caucasian babies, because I don't have any Caucasian people ordering sleeping babies, so I haven't done that yet, but I'm sure it's probably a little orange with white and brown to get that beige skin complexion. I haven't tried it yet, so don't quote me. But you can play with the skin tones. Any other questions before Love your my demon class? I'm trying to put together a hands-on in Atlanta. My cousin is asking. Straws with the sticks. That's about the paper. Oh, denim. Yeah, I have a denim. I'll do another denim. What question? What question did you ask about that wasn't answered? I'm sorry. I'm trying to answer everybody's questions really quick. What time is it? Oh, it's just 7:40. So you guys have until 10. That was pretty quick. I'm going to put this on this side so you guys if you want to take. My sister's in ATL. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do Atlanta first. My cousin has been begging me to come there. So I think I'll have that class first. Apple cleaning. Do you use the hot water method of these apples? So you use the same method whether it's chocolate or hard candy. I just boil the water. I add maybe like 2 cups of vinegar with like maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda. I know a lot of people say they don't like to use the vinegar and baking soda, but I do because it have too much residue left when you don't use it. The baking soda is a drying agent. So if your apple is white, have all of those white spots, then you're going to get pinholes because that wax is still wax and it's going to break down the candy. So you'll see pinholes. So that's why, I mean, a lot of times the shorter step is not the best. I mean, it does save time to just dip in hot water. But yeah, if you don't use the other stuff, it takes more time on the back end trying to scrub all that white stuff off. But the way that I use it, you just wipe the stuff off the next day and you go and it comes out. Yeah, these apples, I didn't dip these. Like I said, for the chocolate apples, I mean, the only reason you would clean these the way that you do with hard candy is so that your chocolate will stay when it's cut. But I'll even cut one of these. Sometimes it stays. It depends on the chocolate. Like Wilton's always fall off. Like Merkins does pretty good. Guittard does pretty well. Hold on 1 minute. So before I cut, does anybody need to take any pictures or anything? Hot water, vinegar, and baking soda to clean. How long to clean? I do 24 hours in advance. Sometimes, hold on 1 minute. Wait, chocolate transfer paper, rice paper, sugar paper. You mean for the eyes? I use edible wafer paper. I'm sorry, edible icing images. Sometimes I clean my apples on Tuesday, definitely by Wednesday for the weekend. So once you dip it, I just sit it to the side and let them dry overnight, air dry overnight. And then the next morning, I just take and wipe it off. Or when I'm getting ready to dip, I just wipe it off with a dry towel. And then I stick it. And then I go ahead and dip. So, but like I said, does that help prevent bubbles in the candy apples as well? The cleaning method? Yes. Are you still getting bubbles? Everybody should be bubble free by now. I have bubble free written instructions. It's $25, I guess, for it's $25 for the written instructions, and it's cheap. Use it for eyelashes or cut edible images. For the eyelashes, I use the marker. Yes, I sell the eyes. It's the edible sheet. You can get about 20 sets of eyes on here. Just tell me which character you want, and then I'll print the eyes for you. If it's because they have Rainbow Dash, I forget the name of them, but they have the pink, the blue. They all have different eyes. Yes, you can send me a text message with the eyes that you want to order or whatever images you'd like to order, and I'll get it right out to you the next day. It's $8 a sheet. If I have to, do any cropping, like if you just send me a picture of a pony and I have to crop the eyes and all of that, it's $10 a sheet. But again, to me, I like to use that because for the blue apple you did with hair with different colored chocolate, drag with a toothpick as well. Blue apple with different color hair. Oh yes, yep. The My Little Pony apple, yeah, you would drag with a toothpick. I have eyes ready to go for the popcorn apple. You did. I just add a little color of food coloring in the bowl. Yeah, I have these. This is ready to go. It'll be $8 a sheet. For the apple, I just for the popcorn apple, you just put marshmallows in a bowl. You can either overnight put just 2 or 3 drops of yellow food color and then mix it around, or you can get the Wilton's yellow spray and just the edible spray and just spray them whatever color. A lot of times I like to spray it, but for the popcorn apple, I mix it with the food coloring just because it makes it sticky, and then you can just stick it on top. But yeah, see how bulky? I don't like bulky, I like it smooth. So I'm gonna cut it. With the fondant stripes. See, it stayed on. The chocolate. This is guitar chocolate. You're welcome. And it stayed on. And this is Merkins. You can get the silver and gold sticks from Michaels. They have this box. Hold on 1 minute. Uh-oh. They come in a box like these. It's $4.99 for 75. If they have a website. Oh, it's all backwards. I'm sorry. But it comes in a box like this at Michaels. And you get 75 for like $4 or $4.99 or something like that. Or you can go to Heaven's Sweet Shop on Instagram. She has a lot of nice stuff. You have to put wooden sticks inside. Yeah, yes. Polka dot straws come from Michaels. If you ever look in their bins that are right by the register, they have a lot of nice stuff. Like I got these. I got these are all my paper straws. Yep, the $1 section. They have these now. They have these straws, and I thought these were so pretty, and they're $1.50. See, $1.50, and you get, it's only 12 in here, but I mean they were so cute and different. They have those. They have. Does it stand the wood? No. You have to get, if you go to Bamboo Imports, I don't know. Hold on 1 minute. I don't have a regular size stick because I rarely ever use it. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed your question. I just came back to the phone. But these are 5x5 sticks on bambooimports.com. Yep. First row, third image. Yep, on Bamboo Imports. They're really reasonable too, and I charge $1 if they want extra decorated sticks. These are an additional $1, and it's not. I meant to tell you, Amazon has Bamboo Prime free shipping. Really? For 1,000, cool. Thank you. But yeah, you need these types of sticks to go over the paper straw. See, they slide. Thank you. They slide right on. And so what I do, because a lot of people say that how much would you charge for the blings? I heard some people say that they charge $1.50. I charge $1. Since they're paying $1.50, I might as well go up. Charging enough, yeah. I would say at least $1 to $1.50. You're right. So how I put my sticks in is over the straws, because a lot of people say that their straws come out when they go to dip. So, because I have a lot of apples to do, dirt cheap on that too. Oh, cool. I'm trying to find my hammer. 1 minute. I can't see you guys' comments. Oh. Uh-oh. So because I have a lot of apples, I don't push my sticks in because it hurts my hand. It takes Michael's too expensive. I love Michael's because I always use their coupons. And I will purchase everything, even with, really? So I just, with a hammer, and it goes quickly. And then to put the straw, I just slide the straws over and kind of push it and bang that in too. So that way, you know, it doesn't slide off. And then, of course, cut the top part. I like the X-rated fountain mouth mold. Did you use just a couple drops of white to get the what? Yeah, I put the semen color. Yes. So yeah, I put the paper on, and then when I dip it, I like to make sure it gets in this part so that it seals the straw. But with the semen, with the X-rated apples, some people use, yeah, I don't like to use glue. It doesn't fall off. Like it won't come off. There's no need to use the glue. That's an extra step. I don't do it with paper. Candy on it though. Well, they're you know, it's made for drinking, so it can get wet. For the white on the X-rated apples, you want to take a little bit of powdered sugar with corn syrup and mix it. Now, the only thing with that is it won't harden. So those have to be boxed. And y'all way off topic. You're welcome. Any other questions? That's cool. That's fine. I'm just joking, by the way. No. I mean, you can do it with hard candy. That would be better because it will get y'all back in line. Thank you. That will be better. I just haven't done it, but if you do it with candy, just add just a drop of white. You're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, it really is all about sharing. You just want to pick and choose who you share it with. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this so that you guys can catch the replay, so that you know it's available. I'm gonna eat. Thank you. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The replay will be up. It is for 2 hours. Yeah, you can always, you feel free to give me a call. Now, the thing is with my phone, because it's constantly ringing all day, every day, I had to power it off for this, for the video. But feel free to give me a call. Now, if I don't answer, I'm not ignoring you guys. You can send me a text message, and then I'll get back with you. I definitely will post the next class. You guys are very welcome. So, no other questions before I go ahead and end, right? Thank you so much, guys, for believing in me and allowing me to teach you the My Little Pony and the baby apple. Thank you. I would really love to see you guys' pictures. Thank you. You all have a blessed night as well. Oh, thank you. Have a fancy night. Oh, that's so cute, Fancy Berries. You guys are welcome. Bye-bye.